Even Karen's
I
popping
just bought
sugar.
one of those big ones.
All right, if everybody wants to stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen. Give me the check.
Pull up a chair.
You want to do that now?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Chief?
Sure. Absolutely. So I sent you all an official recognition for Officer Kevin Nealon. So I'm gonna read that right now. Dear members of the board, this letter is to serve you with notice of department official recognition for Officer Kevin Nealon for exceptional work performance regarding a motor vehicle stop. This past summer, Officer Nealon stopped the vehicle for a traffic violation on Route 125. Once stopped, Officer Nealon discovered marijuana and cash, U.S. currency in plain view. Under search warrant exceptions, he secured the vehicle and applied for a search warrant to continue the search of the vehicle for additional evidence of drug trafficking. The search warrant was secured and executed with a substantial amount of marijuana, hash oil, marijuana edibles, United States currency, and other drug trafficking implements seized. This currency was recently forfeited to the Brentwood Police Department with the suspect convicted of a drug offense. On behalf of the Brentwood Police Department, we appreciate the hard work, dedication, and diligence to public safety and drug enforcement to the Brentwood community by Officer Kevin Nealon. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Very nice job.
Good job, Kev.
Thank you.
Now you can go.
I didn't share a speech, but thank you.
Now you can go eat.
I said
All
we
right,
got
go to
it,
work.
that's all I said. Do we know how much money?
What's that?
Sure, at some point we'll know.
Okay.
All right, for everybody joining us late, we're sorry we're running a little late. We're only gonna have the picture of me today, not of the room.
Good to know. Okay, let's go. Now that I know that. All right, tell me when you're ready.
10 minutes ago, sir.
Matthew Bergeron, $542.35. Charles Fitzgerald is $61.34. Timothy Lindeman is $428.39. Kerry Mason is $159.75. Kristen Patch is $482.52.
A total of 1674.36.
36 or 35?
35.
35.
35.
Okay.
Gee,
You're rolling all over the place.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You can have the
If you're ready, you ready?
Oh,
Eleanor Cherry, $1,013.58. Andrew Bickham, $606.46. Joseph Burrs, $923.64. Katie Blazek Ahern is $807.38. Kendra Brackett is $510.80. Mark Brightman is $85.01. Gloria Mendez-Becerra is $353.75. Gabriel Burgess Labonte is $250.46. Karen Clements, $1,064.98. Jeffrey Collins is $793.10. Katie Coppola is $83.11. Keith Culligan's $504.21. Alyssa Sanuski is $210.33. Michael Dame is $711.22. Kiki Donis Walls $225.33. Robert Gagnon is $153.71. Jason Gagnon is $412.07. Jason Grant is $416.82. Andrew Gray is $448.79. Alexander Hall is $514.72. Mary Hall is $142.22. John Isabel is $414.36. Kip Kaiser $773.01. Joyce Keegle is $517.14. Erica Kenyon is $164.90. Peter King's $5,139. Kevin Nealon is $1,366.43. Julie Labonte is $262.99. Heather Lindsay $612.24. Robert McCon is $160.56. Brandon Messina is $718.78. Aaron Mitchell is $103.75. And I'm getting stuck. Casey Newell is $56.23. Sarah Parker is $395.53. Jeremy Potter is $690.84. Brian Raines is $412.56. Nathan Richards is $799.31. Wayne Robinson is $918.04. Stephen Forza is $1,180.98. Christopher Spitaleri is $1,063.52. Sophia Streck is $168.18. Charlotte Sullivan is $118.77. Katrina Tennant's $355.52. Josh Turner is $167.94. Olivia Wall is $126.18. Daniel Wicks is $1,115.87. Janice Weirs is $76663. Jeremy Worcester is $42818. Daphne Wass is $68707. And last is Jared Wright Ward at $668.54.
For a total of $25,605.95.
Combined total of $27,280.30. We had 25.5 hours of overtime in the PD for shift coverage, none at the fire, and 16 in highway for sanding and salting. We have 2 ACH withdrawals to the schools. Swayze was $205,000, and the co-op was $607,635.
What a bargain.
Almost $750,000.
Even in school.
Cha-ching. It's expensive.
Well, yeah, it is.
They can buy my house real quick with one payment. AT&T Mobility is $106.80. Boundtree Medical is $784.38. Citizens Bank is $98.01. Comcast is $120.11. E&J Auto Parts is $72.52. Exeter Hospital $425.95. Firematic is $142. Hartman Oil is $900.78. Kimball Midwest is $207.60. LCB Transport Inc. is $380. Mary Bartlett Library is $221.02. James Michaud is $2,000. Morton Salt is $8,364.13. National Wrecker is $226.25. New England Truck Center is $330. Heather Aworski is $1,054.72. New Hampshire Retirement System is $22,870.80. It's an expensive week. Schwab Inc. is $268.26. Starkey Welding is $400. Suburban Propane is $178.06. UniFirst Corp is $52.26. Valak is $246.45. WB Mason $169.95. That's my coffee. Verizon Wireless is $14.17. Verizon Wireless again $73.72. Verizon Wireless again $30.96.
Fire truck or highway truck?
For a total of $39,738.90.
I can look at it.
Well, Nationals is usually either a fire truck or a highway truck.
It's gonna be a big one, right?
Yeah.
LCB Transport,
LCB is highway.
Town Garage. So it's from the Town
Nationals
Garage.
wrecker?
LCB Transport, Super Build.
Put a big dent in our budget, didn't it? Our balance.
So, National Wrecker, it was flushed coolant system, the Ford Super Duty, Power Stroke Diesel,
Fire.
Brentwood Fire Department.
Mm.
They was just flushing the coolant, so they were doing service?
Guess so. They do on-site PM.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it was labor coolant flush. Thank you, sir.
So we had a total, John spent $852,000 this week, $373.90.
And you want to retire, really?
We have no rec checks. I hope Zuberland appreciates that I dressed up, although my mask does not match my suit. Bill's mask
I was gonna
matched
say,
my
you
suit.
should your mess would match with his mess too.
We could switch.
Oh, yes, John.
Well, I'm waiting for Phyllis's undivided attention here.
Oh, thanks.
So 58,807 coming in, kind of a normal week, nothing too exciting there. Just our favorite week, more impact fees, and $835,000 out of the reserve fund.
My favorite, paying for schools.
Thanks,
Even
John.
if they're not in school. Well, I love it.
Another 205 in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, they're in school at least.
Thank you, sir.
So,
Building permits. Three Ponds LLC has electrical permits to rough and finish wiring for new dwellings. For 25 Three Ponds Drive, 1 James Circle, 2 James Circle, 10 James Circle, 11 James Circle, 13 James Circle, 15 James Circle, 17 James Circle, and 19 James Circle.
So just James Circle.
Paul Brady at 21 Long Meadow Drive is going to finish the basement. Three Ponds LLC at 1 James Circle and 25 James Circle are showing plumbing permits for new dwellings. And Magnuson Revocable Trust at 1 Wendell Drive is building an accessory unit over the garage. That's a lot of permits.
Ton of
Yeah.
permits, huh?
That's where all that money came. That's where
They're
all
trying to
that
get them
money
all in before he goes electronic.
We're gonna charge the surplus for the electronic?
came. Yeah. Three pounds.
Now,
That comes with a folder.
okay.
We haven't heard.
What?
We haven't heard.
Don't distract them.
Sorry.
Motion for the minutes?
Second.
Have a motion and a second for last week's minutes. Bill,
Aye.
Ken,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Phyllis,
Aye.
and I'm an aye.
Motion for non-public?
Second.
Motion and a second for the non-public minutes. Bill,
Aye.
Ken,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Phyllis,
Aye.
and I'm an aye.
Good going.
Chief, did you have something else besides Kevin, or
Yeah, I just got a couple things.
you wanna come get comfortable and once we're done signing papers, we'll
Absolutely.
If you have a decision in mind, can you just send Karen an email tonight with your number one and number two?
Okay, absolutely. Are you waiting for me?
No.
Oh, okay.
Are you done, Phyllis?
I didn't know if you were waiting for me or not.
Now I'm waiting for you.
Okay. The only thing that I really have is, and I know, in an official capacity here, we do plan on, we'd like to anyway, do the National Night Out, which is in August. I believe it's August 3rd. It's usually the first Tuesday of the month in August. It'll be the first time Brentwood has ever participated in this event. It is a national event. We're very excited. We've actually talked to Chief Byrd about involving the fire department and also Andy Gray from the rec department. So it is a law enforcement event, but we want to make it a community event. And we have kind of started brainstorming that, but we wanted to let the board know that with your approval, we would like to go in that direction.
Sounds like a great idea.
And I also heard Andy tell you today that he would help in the planning as not to burden your replacement with having to plan that right off the bat, so that was nice to hear.
Would you like a motion?
Sure.
I'll make a motion that we accept the chief's presentation of the National Night Out, first Tuesday of August.
Yep, that would be August 3rd, you're right, yep. Second.
Motion and a second, any further discussion? Bill?
Nope.
Ken?
Aye.
Bob?
Right.
Aye.
Phyllis and I'm an aye. Are you gonna need a budget for that, or is that you gonna do donations, you're gonna?
Yeah, that's a really great question. I don't think we'll need a budget for that.
Even better to hear.
I think we're gonna be okay for that.
Good deal.
Okay,
That's all I got?
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, chief.
Thank you.
You get to go home.
Yes, I do.
If you
Thank you.
choose.
Have a great night.
Good night, chief, take care.
We'll see you.
Um,
Yes.
Next week, it was my thought, due to we don't know what the volume of people is gonna be, that we'd be available as much as possible so that we just have a sign the register and nothing on the agenda.
Great idea.
Great
I
idea.
like that. Sign the manifest, you need a motion?
No,
Not have
no,
a meeting
good.
at all, right? Just-
not have a meeting.
That works.
We're just there all day anyway.
Yeah.
So this will be my last official selectmen's meeting. Do I cry now or later?
Yes. Oh.
Well, you can do the Toyota commercial if that really makes you happy, but.
Phyllis, can I
I just
recommend,
want to thank you all for taking good care of me for 3 years, and I've enjoyed it. I mean,
Thank
I'll be
you.
at town meeting and at the election, but,
well, listen, you gotta learn to second quicker. That's all I got to say.
what's that?
You must learn to second
Well,
quicker.
you gotta not be so fast.
Well, you know, being as old as you are,
Can I throw something at him?
Phyllis,
That's-
thank you
that's a
for all
compliment.
your years of service,
Thank
especially
you.
for.
Don't make me
I'm just
cry.
gonna step
okay?
back and
No, you'll be
watch
okay.
the mess.
You'll be okay.
Did you give her the cane yet?
She doesn't want it.
I don't want the cane. I'm still gonna be cemetery clerk for a while, so I'm not
Okay.
leaving that position yet,
Nothing to
so.
sign, no non-public.
Increase for Brentwood recreation fees.
So the Recreation Commission is proposing increasing rental fees by $50 per hour for the upstairs and downstairs. The reason for the increase would be to offset the subscription fees for the Wi-Fi and the security door system that they would like to implement.
so tell me what the fee is.
What's the fee now?
The fee now is, for a weekday upstairs, it's $150. For a weekend upstairs, it's $250.
That's for-
So those are resident rates.
Okay.
And for the downstairs, it is $75 for a weekday and $100 for the weekend.
Well, that's not right.
Gotta be backwards.
No, that's downstairs. 75 weekday, 100 weekend downstairs
And he wants to increase it, what?
to 150.
Oh, okay.
So they want to increase all of them by $50.
Everything by $50, so it's gonna be
Offset those fees.
125 and 150 for downstairs, and it's gonna be 200 and 300?
Yes, and those are resident rates. So non-resident rates would be 300 and 450, going to 350 and 5 for upstairs, and for the downstairs, 100 and 200, going to 150 and 250.
How often are we renting that?
So this is based off of 50 rentals per year, which I think was the average pre-COVID. So you can't base this off
So
of
you can't
2020
really-
rentals because we didn't have any from March through.
Yeah.
I mean, really at all.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
And is that a 4-hour block or a?
It is, for the resident, it is 3 hours or less for the weekday. And for the weekend, it's a 6-hour block.
So
So-
3 hours for weekday, 6 hours for weekend.
Yes.
Wow, so 6-hour block.
Wow,
And that's
Yeah, for 250, I mean, or
250 for
300.
the day?
So it's going to 300 for a 6-hour weekend block.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm like,
That's-
I'm thinking it's
I
like
think
an
that's
hour.
reasonable.
I thought it was an hour, I was gonna say. No.
Plus, we never updated it for
Since 2012 was the last time you've increased fees.
COVID cleaning, so I
I'll
think.
make a motion.
Second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's 50,
Yes, I'll make a motion again. He withdraws his
I'll
second.
second.
It's her last official act, we're gonna let her do a second.
Sorry.
$50 increase.
I got 25 in my mind, I don't know why.
So there's a motion and a second.
And I
Bill,
second the second.
I'm okay with it, yep,
Ken,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Phyllis,
Aye.
and I'm an aye.
okay.
What? Sure.
So we had an electrical outlet
Oh, yeah.
by the chief's office last week that has charred and caused a little bit of a burn. No fire, no damage to drywall. There are 3 extension cords that are going through the furnace room wall and feeding appliances. So Monarch was out and Kip needs to rectify that damage. The bid is $1,265.34.
To put in 3 outlets?
It is 3 new circuits from electrical room to existing evidence room to dedicate to 3 pieces of equipment and then to power it to the generator panel and the circuit breaker box.
So besides the problem outlet, the electrician discovered 3 more
Issues.
Yeah.
issues.
In the problem outlet, he's gonna have to run a whole new run to that, so that's gonna be expensive, so I would make a motion that that's reasonable.
I'll second it.
How much again?
1,000,
$1265.34.
For 4 outlets.
3 hours.
Well, it's 3 outlets, but you're also doing what's called a home run. They're gonna run a new line, because they have to, because it caught on fire. There's no way you can go around this.
So that would be the 4th, right?
Well, you're,
There's 3 dedicated.
you're gonna have to
circuits.
re-snake that whole line, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And that is out of the capital reserve for building maintenance.
Oh, that's exactly where it should come from.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm okay with that,
Bill,
yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Bob,
Yes.
Phyllis,
Aye.
and I'm an aye.
Thank you.
For me?
You had a
Yes.
question
So,
about people serving on boards.
A couple of weeks ago, I had somebody who doesn't want to be identified, but he's a citizen and a taxpayer.
Did he put it in writing?
No.
Let him talk.
He inquired to me about the makeup of the board, particularly the zoning board of appeals. So I did some research, I looked into it. There's 2 references from the white book, you know the white book?
Oh, yeah, I got one.
I knew you did. I don't know if everybody else does. The white book is a book that comes out once a year. It's the New Hampshire Planning and Land Use Regulation book. This is the new one for this year, 2021. I had some conversation with LGC. LGC referenced 2 sections in the white book, 673-7, which is planning board members serving on other local boards. Any 2 appointed or elected members of the planning board in a city or town may serve together on any other municipal board or commission, except that no more than 1 appointed or elected member of the planning board shall serve on the conservation commission, the local governing board, or local land use as defined in section 672-7, which outlines that the local land use board means planning board, historic district, inspector of buildings, or the zoning board of appeals, zoning board of adjustment. So what that means is, only 1 person, elected or appointed, can serve on the zoning board of appeals and on the planning board. Ken is eligible to be on the planning board, because he is, right? And on the zoning board of appeals.
But only 1.
Only 1 from the planning board. So I asked Andrea about it. there's a letter from our attorney, town attorney, that says it's okay for more than one person from the planning board. It's in conflict from what the statute says.
So our attorneys,
Our attorney needs to either change his opinion, do some research, or maybe we need.
so I
a new
let you
attorney.
talk, can I finish talking?
Sorry.
Our attorney's opinion is that Ken is not elected or appointed, he's an ex officio from this board, but I think you bring up a good point, and that should be discussed when assigning membership to committees
Next.
in March,
week.
yes.
Okay.
2 weeks.
Because the, I don't know if you know this or not, but any appeals of the ZBA goes to court. And one of the issues of appeal is the makeup of the ZBA. And I was advised of that by the attorneys at LGC. So it's something that, yes, you're absolutely right, Nick, it's something we need to look at. The next convening board, whoever, or the makeup that is, need to look at that. But my interpretation, and the lawyer that I talked with at LGC said that Ken was perfectly fine with being on both boards. It's other members of the ZBA that need to be looked at. For example, I think Bruce Stevens from the planning board is on ZBA, I think you're on ZBA.
Yep.
So we need to kind of look at that makeup going forward.
Well, we've been going under the advice of Walter Mitchell for the last 7 or 8 years. He sat in this room, we described all of those situations, and without a doubt or without hesitation, he gave us the right to proceed. And we have been proceeding that way ever since. But I resent the fact that you bring to this board information from unknown source. If they have a problem, put it in writing, make a presentation.
Not an unknown source. I got it from here.
No, I'm talking about the person
Somebody
making the
pointed out that
complaint.
They were concerned about makeup of the boards. I researched it. I found out that needs to be looked at. That's what I found.
Thank you for your research. Who made the complaint?
My taxpayer in town.
Personally, I don't think that's good enough.
Okay.
We request,
It doesn't change the makeup of the board, whether I identify the
excuse me, I
person
was
or don't.
speaking. We request in writing permission from anybody who wishes to come. They contact Karen and get on the agenda. That's what I demand of this individual.
Well, I don't think I agree that anybody that wants to make a complaint should come forward.
Absolutely.
They didn't make a
But-
complaint.
It's not a,
It's an inquiry.
it's an inquiry.
What
and
difference
it's-
does it
And it's a
make?
public official, not an employee. So,
Well,
as a public official, you have to have thick skin.
Oh, I haven't. I deal with him every week.
Yep.
Hey,
And you're gonna deal with me for many years to come.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna gavel you both. See, at least it's interesting your last night.
How you doing?
Not Karen's throwing things at us.
I'm gonna come sit out in the audience. if you guys
And now,
don't leave yet.
and now,
You
and
can do it
now,
electronically.
and now Carol's hucking books
No,
at
I don't
everyone.
like it electronically.
Hey, I have nothing else on the agenda. Do you have anything else?
No, we're gonna.
Do non-public?
We will have to do non-public, yes,
are we
because,
mowing?
uh-huh.
I said, are we mowing?
Are we
I'm
mulling it
mulling.
over?
That's good to mull it over.
We're not doing cider.
All right, so I'm gonna
Phyllis,
make,
do you have anything?
No, just I want, I thank you all, that's all.
I'm good, let's just run.
Ken?
Nope.
Bill, do you have anything else? I don't have anything else. Carol, do you have anything else?
I make a motion, we
There
go.
will be,
to-
what?
Whoa.
There will be, anybody on Zoom land that has a question, raise your hand. We'll get to you in a second. We will have breakfast next week, by popular demand,
Good.
Do I get to place an order?
yes.
Maybe it's the best breakfast.
And what next week, did he say?
Breakfast,
Breakfast
Oh,
at the
yeah,
office.
I already asked him
breakfast
that.
at Tiffany's.
I asked him that last week.
I don't see any hands being raised
I
in
make a
Zoom
motion.
land. Oh, wait a minute. Eliana has something.
I know, this is probably relevant and I probably missed something, but just to clarify, I was a little confused with why there was an issue of keeping this request confidential when there were other complaints like about library and everything that were kept confidential before. I just want to understand the difference in terms of complaints that you just discussed.
Do you want to answer that, Ken?
I don't have an answer. I believe that any complaint or inquiry should be brought before the board by name to establish the reason, and then we will give it the rightful answer. Currently, it was
I
brought,
100% agree.
thank you.
I was just wondering why the library complained that was kept confidential. I just remember how big of a deal it was, that's all.
Usually it depends on the request of the individual. Sometimes they don't wanna be named because they don't wanna have any retaliation or,
That's a poor excuse for a human.
or be ostracized from somebody like, what Ken is displaying right now.
Right, but that
Disdain.
applies to this individual too, right?
It goes,
I'm just
it goes for any individual, right?
So I don't think we're gonna have a debate about this. I understand your question. Ken said he didn't have a response to it, so,
Okay,
I did, but it got shut down.
I was just curious, still learning, trying
No.
to understand if there's logic to that.
There is no logic.
The board asked that if you make a complaint against an employee, that you put it in writing, because in order for us to discipline an employee, that we need to have something in writing, that, because if it's not in writing, it didn't happen, is the way employment law works. Obviously, when you're dealing with a public official or a public building, there are no employment laws in effect, so some people act differently, but that's the comparison we're talking about.
Okay, got it, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other hands?
No other hands with that?
I make a motion in non-public in accordance with 91A, 311, A, B, C, D, E, and I for employment and hiring.
Second?
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
We're still live.